Schools are where friendships are formed, potential is discovered, and moments become opportunities. They are, and always have been, the heart of our community. The small community of Oswego grew rapidly in the late 1990s and early 2000s. To meet that growth, the district expanded from just 6 schools to 22, and enrollment surged from roughly 4,000 students in 1992 to over 17,000 by 2013. The community rose to the occasion, supporting the construction of 17 new schools over just 12 years.
We evolved into a larger district with many different facilities. Now, how do you maintain all those facilities all the time? You try to be as economical as you can in the spots that really need it. But all of a sudden, lots of things are now the most needed.
Now that even our newest schools are nearly 2 decades old, the wear is showing. Across all 22 buildings, heating and cooling systems are failing, roofs are leaking, plumbing is beyond repair, and floors, once bright and welcoming, are worn and stained. The roads and walkways students cross every day are cracked and crumbling.
Our buildings are definitely aging. They're starting to show signs of wear and tear. Our youngest buildings are 20 years old. We need to start getting a plan in place to make some major repairs. Our team does the best they can with changing parts to keep things running on a daily basis, but some of these repairs are getting to be too big, and it's more cost effective if we start replacing units to help keep the students in the classrooms every day here.
In fall 2025, a comprehensive facility assessment confirmed what many already suspected. Most of our schools have critical systems at or beyond the end of their useful life, and the needs vary building to building. Working alongside students, families, and community members, the district developed a long-range facility plan, a 10-year roadmap to modernize our buildings, strengthen safety and security, and create learning environments built for today's students. Without dedicated funding, addressing these needs proactively simply isn't possible. The systems won't last forever, and waiting for a failure mid-school year costs more in time, money, and disruption than acting now.
Inevitably, there is going to be things that break or stop working, right? And that's during the school year that will interrupt teaching and learning. And we just want to be able to provide the best high-quality facility for our staff and students. So if the facility is working, then the teaching and learning doesn't stop.
Every proposed improvement, from safety upgrades to building repairs to new learning spaces, comes directly from the facility assessment, community feedback, and a local task force. And here's what makes this moment unique. This investment can be made while actually reducing taxes for homeowners. Our students deserve spaces built for the way they learn today. Yet, our schools still have science labs nearly 50 years old, cafeterias and gyms that can't keep up with demand, and limited space to offer the individualized support every student needs. The timing couldn't be better. As the original bonds used to build these schools are paid off, an opportunity opens to reinvest in the buildings, while still saving homeowners money. Think of it like a home. When major systems age out all at once, the cost is significant. Now imagine 20 homes aging at exactly the same rate. That's the challenge and the urgency facing our district. Now is the time to act. We want the community to learn more and provide input. Your feedback will help the Board of Education decide whether to place a referendum on the November 2026 ballot. This proposal is about more than school buildings. It's about the students and educators within them. Together, we can protect what our community built and make sure it's ready for every student who walks through those doors. Visit sd308.org/update308 to learn more and share your voice.